Hey everybody, welcome back to Mr. Todd's Corner. This is part 2. This is about how to deal with peer pressure. And I know you guys are like, it's about time, Mr. Todd. This is another false belief that only kids have peer pressure. Nope. As you get older, it'll go away. But no, it exists. So let me give you a couple examples. Middle schoolers, they may feel pressure to fit in. They want to have pressure to know what's the new thing. They have pressure to know the new language or lingo. They have a current phone, earpods, having a girlfriend, boyfriend, current shoes, stuff like that. In high school, it's kind of the same thing, but just elevated, where it's like who's done what. When most of the time nobody's done nothing. They just saw their brother or sister do it, or nowadays you're just watching on the internet, and then you tell people what you did but you didn't do. There's other pressure, like, do you have a job? Do you go to parties? Do you smoke? Do you drink? Are you gonna get a driver's license? Have you ever so it gets better as we get older. I'm older, so the pressure gets down, right? And your self-esteem and your experience should go up. But there's many subtle ways that adults have peer pressure too, even in their 60s and 70s. So pressure at a party, for example, to have a drink, pressure from your friends to go on vacations, to try to, a new ride at an amusement park, to go on a blind date, to get married, have children, stuff like that. So for example, like, I have a stepfather and he's been retired, but he still gets peer pressure because, come on, join the bowling team or have a party at your house, something like that, And the best one is when your so-called best friends push you to do what they want you to do, which is usually the drugs, the drinking, spending money, getting a car, all kinds of things. So, without further ado, here's 5 ways to deal with peer pressure. Episode 4. All right, so here we go. Number 1, know who you are. That's not easy to do, but here's what I mean. So if you like vegetables and not sugar, and someone says, try this, and you don't like it because you tried it, then you know who you are. You know your likes and your dislikes. Know who you are. Number 2, stand your ground. No is no, especially nowadays with this Me Too stuff. If you're just strong, even if you feel like you're weak, you're still strong enough to say no. Anybody should be able to say no. And it's easier said than done, right? Well, not really, because it's more about overcoming that first feeling of fear and learning that inner confidence along with your circle of, support, your friends, your family. So for example, I can tell my son, you're going to have kids say, try this, and you say, you first. And then if they do it and you don't want to, say, cool, I already saw it. And then, say that they tell you, oh, come on, like I said, nah, dude, that's it, and stick to your words. Number 3, know how to walk away. The bottom line is, if they are your friends and you walk away or just say, I got stuff to do, they ghost you, whatever it is, you're better off. So if you cave once, you're going to cave again. And even if you try to build it up, it's easier to break. So if you stand up the first time, it's fortified. They know, and that's it. They'll go to the next one. Number 4, have good friends around you with the same interest. So the good friends, they don't pressure you because, they have to do it as well eventually. And peer pressure usually results in bullying after when you have a group of friends together, and especially jocks. So make sure you always have someone around you who has the voice of reason. Number 5, have a response ready. Let's be real. If you argue with your sister, if you argue with your brother, your parents or something, you speak your mind, whatever the consequence is. They're going to take your phone, somebody might smack you, whatever it may be. But the only difference between standing up to that someone and, is the bully, is the fear. So, talk to your older siblings and your parents, or Google witty responses to peer pressure. I don't know, but I personally like to use my intelligence to fight ignorance. So if someone tells me, you're the only one and you're gonna mess up the vibe, then I usually say, well, then go vibe and I'll be over there. And that's it. Most people, once you don't conform and you got a mind of your own, they kind of leave you to your own thing. You'll be surprised. Usually there's someone that also, that's going to hang out with you anyway, because they're going to thank you for standing your ground, which therefore puts you even higher. All right. Thanks for stopping by Mr. Todd's Corner. Subscribe, like, and thank you for listening.